Hi everyone, welcome back to Momoiro Closet, episode 18, and I'm pretty sure this may be the last episode. Well, at most, there'll be one more episode to end Momoiro Closet. So anyways, Alice is excited that she's going to her very first Comicom, and over there, Alice gets to see all sorts of doujinshi on sale. Alice also gets to meet many people who are also otaku fans. And Alice can dress up in cosplay without any concerns or any trouble because there will be many people that will be dressed up in cosplay. And hopefully for the best benefit is that Alice may be able to meet Garo Million, or aka Reiji's dad, the person who created FNL. But one thing that I like about this is that Alice can see other titles that are popular in anime manga besides F and L. So let's see how it goes and how Alice's first Comic-Con fares. Okay, so... so you look so happy.
とうとう坂荻さんが我が軍門に下ったのだからな。
Well, I don't think Sakahogi-san has officially agreed to join the club yet. Because he's still kind of iffy being with Alice, given that, well, in the beginning, Alice is all strict about Satsuki's participation or attendance rate at school.
ゆくゆくは我らの職場環境の虜にして染め上げ、抜けられなくしてくれよ。
And for Alice to do a 180 and be more of the kind of person that Satsuki wants to talk to, that's kind of a surprise. And well, hey, I'm sorry to bother you during the impression of General Shears when he turned Frill into Black Frill, but what do you want to do now? Okay, so well, there's still time.
今日はもう帰るね。夕方から習い事だし。
Okay. Oh, really? Well, I guess I'll see you later then.
寂しい。あと15分ぐらいなら一緒にいられるよ。
So, are you gonna miss me now? Did you want to be with me for a little bit more? Well, don't worry about it. You don't want to rush home and arrive exhausted, right? And plus, well, we'll always have other times to be together. Not just today. I'm trying to be considerate, but Alice doesn't seem to appreciate my efforts. So I think Alice does want Reiji to say, okay, well, I'm willing to spend another 15 minutes with you. Well, I started wondering if that was the wrong thing to say. She suddenly, let's see, sides up to me.
そしてよ。ちょっと無理してでもこうしていたいんだってば。
So Alice wants Reiji to say that he wants to spend a little bit more time with Alice. Okay, right.
今日ずっと一緒にいたかったな。わかった休んじゃおうかな。
Well, I don't think Alice is interested in Koto lessons. It's like, well, it does make you look proper, it makes you look girly, and this model perfect image, but I'm pretty sure Alice isn't interested in it at all. Well, don't do that. They'll think that you fall into the hands of some player. It's like, oh yeah, so if you suddenly decide not to do Koto lessons, it does make it suspicious to everyone in your family. The dad, the maid.
わかってるよ。ただ彼氏と一緒にいたいっていう彼女アピールで言ってみただけだよ。
So what can Reiji say about this? Well, gross. Not that I'm a innocent person either. Well, I don't want to do anything that might give your parents a bad impression of your boyfriend. Well, she doesn't sound very shy though, but I guess it would be insensitive to point that out. Well, that reminds me, is your family doing anything for the Obon holidays? Well, we're always swamped with Comicom, and when it's over, we tend to rush straight to Grandma's house. Well, it's like, well, business still runs even when some event like the Odom Festival comes. Okay. Hey, don't underestimate Comic-Con though. It will drain your energy. So you'll be really, really tired once you come out of Comic-Con. It's gonna be so intense. Well, I think it's better for Alice to see it and experience it first, because if Reiji tells Alice about how stressful or how intense Comic-Con is, there's no way for Alice to understand how intense it really is. So Alice nods meekly. Maybe my expression was a bit too forbidding. But if we do get the chance, would you be up for some excitement? Question mark. Oh wait, do you? Man, that talk about awkward. So I've been busy every day running around helping both Alice and Dad prepare for the event. And now the big day is upon us. So now it's time for Comicom. The day of Alice's debut, or like the start of Alice's experience at Comic-Con, her first public appearance in cosplay. Okay, so Alice gets her first taste of how big and popular this event is, with all the crowds of people just in the courtyard. Alice, dragging along a little suitcase containing her costume, gasps in amazement as we pass by the lines in front of the venue. It's kind of bad that everyone has to wait hours in line, whereas we get cuts. And I wonder if it's because they have special permission that allows them to get the VIP entrance or the cut. Okay, that makes sense. Like, well, I register you as one of our staff members, so we get backstage or VIP access to the venue. So don't worry about it. And that's why we can avoid lining up at the crack of dawn and take our time to get ready in the morning. And I wonder if they do sell tickets in advance so that you don't have to go line up and buy the tickets. But I think it's like the entrance where the people, they check your pass and they punch it out. I think that's like the bottleneck for people going to this event. So I wonder if Anna and Naruto did register Alice as being part of their group. Well, like I said, don't worry about that.
じゃあアリスちゃん、時間が空いたら先生のところでちょっと売り子やってみる？
Okay then, so if you don't feel like you're part of us, how about I let you do it? So let you go and work at our booth. Then that'll make you a staff.
フリルの格好だからバッチリ馴染むと思うし。
And plus your cosplay fits in with our theme.
売り子？そんな恐れ多いですよ。先生のサークルで看板キャラのコスプレするなんて私には荷が重すぎますよ。
So I like how Anna comes up with all these ingenious ideas that really work and they really fit well.
そんなことないと思うけど、アリスちゃんのコスよく似合ってるよ。
So you don't have to though. I'll work twice as hard to make up for it, Anna. Can you take her to the dressing room? So first, let's get Alice dressed up in her frill cosplay.
オッケー。エナさん史上最高のフリルにしてアリスちゃんをレイ君のもとにお届けするわ。
Okay, well I can't wait to see it then.
ああ、もう変なプレッシャーかけないでくださいよ。
We're making it all embarrassing.
でもコミカデート楽しみでしょう。
Well, come on. This is Comicom. It's supposed to be exciting, fun.
昨日もドキドキして眠れません。いや、熟睡しちゃいましたけど。
Well, I think it's like the shock. Like oh, so this is what real Comic-Con's like. The crowds, the people, and I wonder how Alice is going to react once she goes inside and sees what is inside the venue, the Tokyo Big Sight.
結構それぐらいずぶとければ今日一日大丈夫だって。
Well, it'll be okay. Just believe me. Alice is about to protest Anna's compliment, but
じゃあレイ君とはここでお別れだね。今日は更衣室が混んでて時間がかかりそうだし、着替え終わったら連絡するね。それまではサークルの手伝いよろしく。
okay. So you go on ahead. Go ahead and help out. You'll see Alice all good to go shortly afterwards. Well, sure.
じゃあ行くよ。アリスちゃんこっち。
So Anna confidently walks towards the changing room, but Alice looks back at me anxiously.
じゃあ後でね。
Okay. Alright, that's good. Alice kisses me on the cheek before hurrying after Anna. Alice. I'm left standing here in a daze. And then I realize that some other guy around me are shooting some jealous glares, and I make my escape to the booth area. Okay, so a couple of hours later, I receive a message from Alice asking if we can meet up at the entrance. Well, that's easier said than done. So I'm pretty sure this is like the peak hour, and it's so crowded that even making a way to the entrance is a challenge. And because there's a big crowd, Reiji can't find Alice that easily. So the doors have just opened and the crowds are flooding into the building. And it kind of reminds me of that one video that I watched about opening a shop on Black Friday. So people are crowding around the entrance, and as soon as the gates lift up, the entire crowd just flows in like water into the shop. But the cosplay area is outside. I just hope she didn't follow everyone into the halls. So stepping away from the lines, I try walking out towards the cosplay area. And there she is. So at least Alice did know that this is the cosplay area. Alice is nervously glancing around, bashfully holding down her skirt, her gaze fixed on the ground. And even from a distance, my girlfriend is so cute. She's just standing in the walkway, but this would make for a great picture. Well, I do feel bad for her though, but I think I'll stay here and watch her a little longer. Well, I'm sure Alice is hoping that Reiji comes up to her ASAP. And if Alice does find out that Reiji's doing it, I'm pretty sure she'll be upset. Okay, so now she knows me. That's too bad. Alice beckons me over. She probably doesn't want to try and cut through the crowds herself. So Reiji, come over here. Alice, sorry for taking so long. Well, do you think that I'm seeing you in your full cosplay Comicom? This is amazing. Come on, don't make it worse than it already is right now, because it's already quite embarrassing to be walking around like this. So caught between her gratitude and abuse, I still think she looks adorable. Well, cosplay is humanity's greatest invention since sliced bread. Well, I think that can be said for many things. I'm not really sure which, though. I'm not really sure which, though. Oh, so, where did Anna go? Anyways, were you with her? I'm pretty sure that's expected. So how about I take a picture? Is that okay? So I think I was like, well, if it's Reiji, then I guess that's okay. Well, ouch. Her steadfastness has backfired on me. Well, fine, I get it. It's like, well, I can't make the situation any worse than it is now. Alice is still getting used to being in cosplay for the first time and going to this Comic-Con, so maybe when Alice is more comfortable with this, then Reiji can go and take a picture of Alice. Alright, I'll remember that. So let's go to the FNL area. So I think it's like, well, the longer we talk, the more time we waste. And this is only a 3-day event, so they'll close, and we don't want to lose all those valuable minutes. Well, there's no time to waste, you know? There you go. So Comic-Con closes pretty early in the afternoon. If you just wander around aimlessly, it'll be over in the blink of an eye. So yeah, it's like, well, the longer we talk, the longer we walk around, the more time we waste, and we'll never get to see the real deal of what this event is about. Okay, let's go then. Oh, so I like the sound of that. Okay, let's go. Okay, so I was like, well, I have to act like Fro because I'm in a Fro cosplay. Okay then. Well, I don't even need to ask what exactly she's planning for another time. I already can't wait. Well, I'll tell Anna that we managed to find each other. Okay, that's it. After sending her the message, I put my phone away. Time to focus on our original plan. Okay, let's go then, Alice.
出発!
Okay, so we don't get to see what it's like on the inside and how Alice reacts to it. But now it's afternoon and I'm pretty sure this is after Comic-Con closes for day 1. So I was like, wow, that was a lot. Right, I'm glad you finally got to realize it. Having debuted her cosplay at the event, Alice gives a big, wide stretch. It's like she finally, let's see, returned to her usual self. I'm a bit bummed seeing her in her regular clothes again, but since it's against the rules to leave the venue in costume, not much can be done about that. It's like, well, if you are going to be in cosplay at this event, you're expected to go back to your regular clothes when it closes. And it's a way not to spoil the magic of Comic-Con. It's always so crowded here after Comic-Con though. And plus all those items that people bought. So they're probably going to buy even more doujinshi here. Well, they never seem to be tired of it though. So love is the best motivator, I guess. Okay, so now we have time, so what are we gonna do next? Well, I don't know, me neither. And I just don't feel like going home yet. So I wonder where Naruto and En are gonna be after they closed, or after Comic-Con closes. But anyways, Alice gives Reiji a tight hug. Alice has been hyperactive all day, though I understand how she feels. So let me ask you again. How do you like it? Was it good? Well, we had quite a few passionate conversations about FNL with the people from the other booths in our section, didn't you? Really? So Alice ends up doing that? So, squealing? Well, I'm pretty sure inside the venue it's quite loud. So unless you're very, very close to Alice, it's going to be hard to notice that she's squealing. Because of all this noise of people talking. Well, anyways, well, don't worry about it. Everyone is like that for the first time. What counts is that you had fun. So did you enjoy it? That matters the most. Oh yeah? Well, that's great. So she softly rests her head on my shoulder. Huh? Really? Well, you didn't look that bored to me.
とんど知らないサークルだし、絵が全然原作と違うのとかあるし、上手な人ばっかってわけじゃないし。
Well, at least Alice can see that no matter what level you are when it comes to doujinshi and art, you can still be a FNL fan. So in a sense, you don't have to be a professional to enjoy frill and lace.
正直なんか期待外れというか、想像よりもレベルが低いんだなって。
And like I said, well, it depends on what you're looking for. Well, now I understand. I thought that Alice was so quiet at first because she was nervous, but apparently not. So apparently Alice was afraid to talk about how this Comic-Con wasn't what Alice was anticipating. So it's like, well, there are some problems. It's not the perfect place that I wanted to go to.
でも実際に本を手に取ってみて読んでみて分かった。私が勘違いしてたんだって。みんなそれぞれ好きに作品への愛を表現してるのであって、私を満足させようとしてたんじゃない？
There you go. It's like, well, you don't have to be a professional to enjoy frill and lace, as long as you express how, or like how much you love the frill and lace series. That's all that matters.
そう、私はお客さんじゃなくて同じファンなんだなって気づけた。あなたのおかげで。
Okay, so Alice is crediting Reiji for this. Wait, me? So what did I do? So what did I do that was special or help me realize that anybody can be a fan regardless of whether or not you're a professional or just some person who just likes FNL and likes to draw on their own free time?
ただ普通に見本誌を読んでただけ。でもその横顔がすっごく楽しそうだった。
And I wonder how this ties into what Alice is thinking of.
決して上手じゃない絵なのに、なんでそんな顔ができるんだろう。興味があった。正直ね、私の好きな人にあんな顔をさせるものが何なのか、ちょっと嫉妬してたのもあったり。
But then again, we do know that Reiji has big ties with the FNL series. So when he sees all those unofficial works from fans, it does give him the feeling like, well, my dad made something that's really great. It's gotten everyone excited. It's got their brains thinking. And I want to see all the different ideas that people are thinking of with my father's bread and butter series. Alice nuzzles on my shoulder as if she were a cat. So what does Alice want now?
読んでみたらすごく嬉しかった。面白いというより嬉しかった。私が好きなもの、他にもこんなに好きな人がいるんだって感じられて。
So I'm pretty sure she refers to the author of all those doujinshis or those unofficial fan works.
で、ようやく気づけた。私、なんだかんだ言って表面だけでしか判断してなかったんだなって。
And it may be because the cover is unattractive. Like, well, they do have a big heart for the series, but it's just they don't really know how to make it eye-catching for people to see or like other people to see. I don't think it really matters what caused you to get into doujinshi. Well, either way, you probably would have realized why it's so great sooner or later. Because that's the kind of girl Alice is. But I'll refrain from mentioning that and convey it with my eyes instead. I'm not sure if it is getting across though, but I'm pretty sure if Alice and Reiji are close together, I'm sure Alice can sense it without what Reiji is expecting.
課題評価だよ。でも気づけてよかった。だって気づいた瞬間宝探しが始まった気がしたの。本当にこれは時間足りないなーって震えちゃった。彼氏には悪いけど興奮してちょっと出ちゃった。これも浮気かな。
And I don't think I'll mention this in public. Well, of course not. But I'm a bit jealous, if I'm being honest.
本当？ちょっと嬉しいかも。
Oh, really? But you're being way too serious about everything. Just relax a little. Come on.
肩の力を抜いて楽しめって言うんでしょ。分かってるよ、そんなこと。
Well, I'm sure Alice's hair is already down.
でも思っちゃったんだもん。どうしようもないじゃない。めんどくさい彼女でごめん。
Okay. Hey, don't say that. I just...
俺がいいと思ったものを悪く言われるのは許せないなんでしょ。
Well, come on, just stop that. It's too embarrassing.
でも私にとっては大事で好きな言葉だよ。ありがとう。
So how can Reiji respond to all that?
勇気をもらったついでに告白するね。
So what?
私今日覚悟を決めてコスプレしたんだ。もうお父さんにバレてもいいって、最後になってもいいって。
Okay. So well, I get to enjoy wearing cosplay in public. That was probably my ultimate goal. So even if my dad finds out and yells at me for it and tells me to end it, at least I got to enjoy cosplay to the fullest. I got to accomplish the one thing that I really wanted to do. Well, we didn't really mention that part.
ごめんね。あ、でもやめるとかそういう後ろ向きな覚悟じゃなくてさ、今日コスプレが楽しかったらお父さんに言おうって決めたの。
Okay, it's well, I'll just reveal it all to my dad. I don't really care anymore because I'll always enjoy anime, and no matter what happens or what my dad does, it will not stop me from enjoying my hobbies.
これが私の趣味だって胸を張ってね。
There you go. So, overall, do you have fun? Though I guess there's no need to ask that question. And that's a yes from Alice. Her satisfied expression suggests that she hadn't expected anything less from me. And the smile of hers blows away any uncertainties I had about her decision.
やったー、言えたー。
So I wanted to say this to you all along. So what's wrong then?
デートの時から時々思ってたの。初めて会ったこの場所で大事なことを伝えられたらな。
Okay, so that was back in episode 1 about that wardrobe problem. Oh yeah, that's right. Alice and I first met in front of the toy store over here. The We Are Toys. Haha, yeah, that's so romantic.
そうだよ。女の子ですし、それなりに妄想しますし、変なとこで融通は聞かないし、迷惑だってかけちゃいますよ。
And I'm pretty sure that's what Reiji has to deal with because, well, these are how girls are, and if you want to be with a girl, you have to accommodate this. But it's okay. Well, I love the way you are, Alice. So no matter how crazy you are, you're still a charm.
そういう嬉しいこと、デートで言って。
So why is Alice trying to restrict Reiji from saying the wrong things, whereas Alice says the wrong things openly herself? What? Why?
ここだと何にもできなくて、好きが爆発して持て余すわ。
And maybe Alice needs to consider what she's saying to Reiji, because I'm sure the converse is true. I see. Well, if she did explode, I take considerable damage. I wouldn't be able to stand up anymore at the very least. Do you want me to distract you with a kiss or a hug then? Nope, I want more than that. So ready answer, I see. Well, I'm seriously getting turned on here. So Alice, what do you want to do now then?
おいしいご飯。
A nice dinner? Okay, sure then.
嘘嘘。早く帰って二人っきりになろう。
Well, I don't think a nice private dinner is a bad idea. Okay, well, sounds good then. Well, it's so embarrassing when she sees right through me. But I'm happy that we understand each other. And that's important when it comes to true love or romance. Well, I'll never get tired of being with her.
でもその前に寄っていきたいところがあるの。いいかな。
Okay, so I want to go somewhere first. So where? Okay, so is this where you want to go then? Says Reiji. So Alice has taken me to the maid cafe where Sakahogi-san works. And there's a sign on the door that reads, closed for private party. And it doesn't say whose party it is. Oh yeah, that's right. Isn't it being rented out to a cosplay group today?
実は話を聞いてからすっごく興味があって、ちょっとだけどんな感じなのか覗いてみたくて。
And I wonder if they're gonna let Alice in, because if it's a closed private party, only invited members are allowed. So they may kick Alice out before she can actually peek through the doorway. No, wait. So the curtains are down. You can't just peep in like that.
そうよね。でもなんだか楽しそうだよ。気になる。
But it sounds exciting. I want to see what it is. From behind the drawn blinds, we can hear laughter and lively conversation coming from inside. Alice cranes her neck trying to see through the gaps, but I don't think she can see much. So despite the restrictions, Alice still wants to see what's going on. It's like, wow, sounds exciting. I want to see what's going on. Maybe I can join in. Well, no, just kidding. Hey, we must look like a pair of burglars right now. Or more like a pair of intruders. Yeah, same. Well, sounds like a pretty bug party too.
でしょ？どんなコスプレなんだろう？ちょっとだけでも。
So the mention of it's a cosplay party, that gets Alice all excited and interested. It's like, so what's it like in there? A cosplay party. Alice and I both try to get a peek at the scene inside through the gaps between the blinds. We'll just have to apologize if we're caught though, I guess. Well, it is human nature to get curious when you hear a group of people having fun. And I'm sure for most people they don't really care, it's like, just noise, nothing interesting, move on. And for some reason Alice knows something interesting. Hey, look, isn't that person dressed as Frill?
それって背の高いひげの男の人？
Wait, this guy? So I wonder how Alice and Reiji were able to see this, because if they can't see through the gaps very well, there's no way they'll be able to see this and see someone dressed as Frill. So I wonder what they did. Yeah, that's right. Do you think his pose is spot on though? Wait, Alice? So, why are you all shocked? If you can see on the upper left of the screen, you can see Alice all shocked about this. I cast a sidelong glance toward Alice, who has suddenly frozen up. Wait a minute. Alice, wait a minute. You're not thinking about going in, aren't you? And I wonder if the door is locked. Or maybe it is unlocked. And before I can stop her, Alice has opened the door and stepped inside. Hey, you there! The man in costume blinks a couple of times in bewilderment. His reaction makes perfect sense to me. So, what's wrong? Oh, I'm so sorry. Just calm, Alice. Don't be rude. And plus, we're not allowed in here anyways. I try to drag her back out, but she shakes off my grip. Oh, okay. So I was like, I know you. You're dad, right? I can tell by your voice and your little mustache. He's like, huh? Wait. The air thickens. The colorful middle-aged company consists of a cat-eared men with their beer bellies, ladies and boys, school uniforms, female cyborgs, and who knows what else. So basically a bunch of, I'll say, old people. Well, sorry to mention that. Or like fully grown adults. And the man in the frill costume seems to be the center of the party. He tears off his wig and says, so what's he going to say about this? Because I'm sure there's no way he can be all upset about this given that Alice has caught him off guard.
Alice なのか? なぜここが?
Wait, what?
なんだい? この子、おねぼラビットさんの娘さんかい?
And now everyone's questioning the person who's playing Frill.
ああ、言われてみれば目元なんかそっくりだ。ゴーン
Yeah, she does look like your daughter. Information overload. Information overload. Too much to handle.
ちょっとお父さん、これはどういうことなの？
見ての通りだ。弁明の余地もない。
Okay, so there's no words that Alice's dad can say about this. Oops, I'm sorry. Well, I prefer some kind of explanation, please. Well, come to think of it, it's my first time meeting her dad. Why does it have to be under these circumstances? Well, I'm sure this is a somewhat good time for Reiji to meet the father because obviously the father, he's guilty or he feels guilty for doing something that's outside of his usual duties because I'm sure, well, or more like they've caught him on his little secret. So there's no way for the father to be yelling at Alice and pushing a strict order at this. Well, what am I supposed to say? Something like, hey, nice dash?
ごめん、説明して。なんでコスプレしてるの？っていうか、なんでフリルなの？
Well, not that I'm curious myself, but was that the last question? Or like, was that last question really necessary?
お前は知らないだろうが、私はこの作品の前身、ギャザステからのファンなんだ。
Uh-oh. His big revelation. So I was a Frill Lace fan. I started ever since S&G came out. I knew it. I know that manga, but why did he choose to answer the last question first? Is he trying to deflect the main issue here, like all politicians do? Yeah, that's true for a lot of cases. They're trying to deflect the question until they actually force him to speak up.
そうじゃなくて、キャラの趣味は親子だから被っていても不思議じゃないというか当然だけど。
Okay, well I understand. Like we both have similarities. But, so what's the big question that Alice wants to ask the father? Really? Why wonder?
私が気になるのはその格好。お父さん規制派だよね。自分でダメって言っておきながらなんで。
There you go, the main point. It's like, okay, so you're trying to push this anime and manga censorship, but look at you. You dress up in the magical frill costume. And doesn't that contradict what you're trying to do? So you're trying to be a hypocrite, right?
それ
And I'm sure being labeled as a hypocrite is very, very bad. Because now nobody's gonna trust you when you try to push forward the bill. And this is like a... I'll say like skin-like quality.
お父さん日頃私に強く言ってますよね。嘘をつかない誠実な人物であれと。
And all the things that he taught me about being an honest person, being all truthful. But then again, we know that all politicians are not truthful to some extent. And some are still corrupt. Well, I'm sure we've dealt with that in real life on a regular basis.
アリスすまない
Okay, I apologize.
そう私は怖かったのだ
Really? Then why did you get elected? Alice's dad turns around to face Alice head on when he confesses the truth. Ah, his skirt flips up when he spins around. Oh, my eyes, they burn.
怖いって何がですか。
So what are you afraid of then?
私はここにいる皆は正解人だがもともとは同じ作品を愛するオタク仲間だった
So I like how it's like, well, I have a personal life as well. And before I was a politician, I was just a normal person.
年を取るとともに趣味への興味は薄れると思っていた
Okay, and?
だが甘かった薄まるどころか年々深まりこうして年に一度弾けてしまう始末
But that doesn't really explain why he wants to push forward the censorship. It's like, well, I miss anime. As I grow older, I thought we would lose interest, so I tried to create some little group of us to share our interests together. Now it's become really big, and we have this annual meetup, and it's so big that I have to rent out the entire May Cafe to host this event.
だからお盆の時期に出張していたのはそういうことだったんですね。
And?
ああそうだそうでもしなければ我々はこの情熱をどこに向ければよいのかわからなかった
Here's my only chance to enjoy anime and manga without any problems.
怖かったのだこれ以上オタク趣味にはまることがだから規制したのだ我々をこれ以上堕落させないためこの国のために
And looks like he pushed the bill for his own personal gains. Like, oh, otaku fandom is really bad because it sucks you in, and if I get sucked in too much, I'm gonna miss it really badly, and I'm really gonna hurt myself and my whole life. So the reason I'm pushing for this bill is to make sure that never happens, the sucking in effect. Well, I worry for the future of Japan.
そんな信じられない。
さあこんな父を軽蔑するがいい
Okay, well, I admit my mistake, so you can do anything you want. You can yell at me, you can beat me up.
こんな私欲にまみれた政治家などお前の親を名乗る資格はない
And in summary, I haven't really done anything that's positive. I failed both at my work and my personal life and my family. Well, is that really the point? Maybe he should be more concerned with his looks rather than his policies.
お父さん見損なった。私にはあんなに厳しかったくせに。
Uh-oh.
お父さん、私 軽蔑する。
分かっている。私の政治家生命もこれでおしまいだ。
Okay, well, I admit my cover's blown, so I guess it's time for me to resign.
待って、そうじゃない。そうじゃないの、お父さん。
Alice? Come on, don't go too far.
私今日学んだの。何事も見た目で判断しちゃいけない。見るべきはその人の作品愛だって。
アリス。
Oh, Alice!
だから許せない。だってお父さん。
So Alice slowly reaches out towards him.
フリルのリボン雑なんだもん。
Okay, so on top of that, your costume is off. It's missing this. You got this wrong. Wait, huh?
アリス。じゃあ私を許してくれるのか。
Well, it is not really great to be upset at the father, even though he pretty much contradicted what he's been doing all along.
許すも許さないもないよ。だって私たち同じ作品を愛する同志じゃない。
何？先ほどからもしやと思っていたが、アリス、お前も。
同じフリル推しとしてお父さんと話すことがたくさんありそうだな。
アリス、アリス。
Oh, Alice!
お父
And it's like, well, I guess we have more things in common than we originally thought. And what I do like about this part is how Alice's dad is more like Alice. So he has a secret hobby as well, FNL, and he's afraid to show it to the public. And on the outside, he tries to act like this perfect father, this perfect political figure, this perfect god member. Just like Alice about her perfect model student image. And now it's like, well, we both are the same. And they both like frill and lace. So a loud applause ripples through the room. Some people are even sobbing. And there's nothing Reiji can do about it. And he can't really say anything about this little reunion between Alice and her father. Well, can I just say one thing for now then? What the hell is going on? Okay, so that was a very eventful surprise revelation.
なんだか今日はいろいろありすぎて疲れちゃったな。
When we arrive at my place, Alice lets out a huge sigh. Well, no kidding, that thing with their dad completely blew my mind. I totally forgotten how tired I was from Comicom.
本当だよね。私何で悩んでたんだろう。ばっかみたい。
Well, at least, well, I wouldn't say that Alice wasted her efforts, because she didn't know about this before that little surprise event. And at least Alice learns how to sneak her interest behind other people in the future. Like I said, sit down beside her and pull her into an embrace. But thanks to that, I managed to find myself a wonderful girlfriend and gives Alice a kiss. I gave her a love nibble on the neck. Hi everyone. So unfortunately, I had to cut the rest. So obviously when Reiji and Alice went back to Reiji's place, Reiji wanted the intimate moment with Alice, and Alice teased Reiji before giving consent. So we're now at the epilogue, so just past the final H scene and the ending video, and let's see how Momoiro Closet ends. So this is now the end of the sweet route. So a couple of years have passed since that wonderful summer, and well, it's not that significant as amount of time, but to us, that summer already feels like an eternity ago. And now it's another wonderful summer awaits us this year. Well, it's not like it's a real heat wave this summer. I just hope Alice doesn't collapse with heat stroke or something. So we're currently attending Comicom, as we do every year, and Alice is cosplaying once more. She's gone ahead to the cosplay area, and I'm looking for her in the crowds. So once again, Alice is ready, and Reiji has to find Alice. Well, I feel like it's more crowded than usual this year. Well, I can't help but notice the unusual amount of foreigners. There's actually a reason for that. And before Reiji can answer that, Alice is calling Reiji over. A familiar voice reaches my ears from among the crowds, and I finally find Alice. And here she is. Okay, so the person in blue, or in the lace costume, is Usagi. Okay, so my daughter gives me a hug. That's right, Alice and I got married, and we were blessed with this little girl. So Usagi is their child. And I wonder how many years this has been, because it looks like the child has grown up to understand some of the surroundings. Oh. Well, it's been a while since I've seen you dressed like this. So I think Alice might have tried other anime manga, and she dressed up in different cosplay. And now that their daughter has grown up to a good age, Alice is able to create that frill and lace duel again. So Alice is frill and their daughter Usagi is lace. And I wonder where Ichika went. Maybe she moved on. Yeah, so that cosplay looks great on you as ever. Well, thanks. Okay, so I like how the daughter's like, hurry up! What? So why are you in such a hurry today, Usagi? Okay, so I want pictures! I see. Hey, that's not a really good thing to say to your parents. Wow. So I wonder how they're training this little child. Because all she's been doing is that she's yelling at both Alice and Reiji to hurry up. But Alice doesn't mind. Okay, so take lots of good pictures for me, Dad. Oh, thanks. But do you mean right now? Obviously, yes. Oh, come on, just look. Alice casts a glance at our daughter. Our little princess is already caught up in her posing, all ready to get started. Okay, she's right. I should hurry. I position my camera and call out to them. Are ready? Then let's spin a tail.
Ready! らの勇気
I decide to keep taking pictures until Usagi is satisfied. Okay, so I have lots of good pictures for you. I must have taken hundreds of them by now. I'm pretty sure by this time, the memory cards could probably handle thousands or even 10,000s of pictures, or even into the millions. Probably have like 1 terabyte flash cards by now. Or maybe like 10 terabyte flash cards. But I brought my extra memory cards. I don't think you need it at this point. So I can still take plenty more. Or maybe Reiji's trying to get those 16K shots, or like those... I wonder what's the next step up, maybe 48K shots?
お父さん、今日は前よりすっごい人多いね。たくさんのコスプレ見られて楽しい。
Okay.
でも、なんでこんなに人が増えたの？しかも、外国の人もたくさん。ああ、それは、まあ、ありていに言えば、おじいちゃんのせいと言いますかね。
Oh, just blame it on Grandpa. He's the one that caused it. That's right, Alice's dad, now my father-in-law, is responsible for this development. Well, he has completely changed his stance and policies regarding anime. He embraced the otaku culture as a means to promote the country, and the success of his campaign can be seen here today.
我が父ながら仕事ができるのはすごくありがたいんだけど。
Well, I kind of wonder how big anime and manga is outside of Japan. So we do know that it's like really popular everywhere in Japan. Yeah, well maybe he should come or tone it down a little. No, I think that's a bad choice at this point. While he works on his new policies with his heart and soul, he also cosplays with his granddaughter on his days off.
ねえねえお母さん、なんで今日はあの強そうなドレスじゃないの？ん？どの衣装のこと？
So which one?
ほら、夜お父さんとプロレスごっこしてる時に着てるひらひらのいっぱいついた強そうな服。お父さんあれ好きだよね。
So she knows that. We exchange glances, making a mental note to lock the door next time. It's like, well, maybe that's something for her to learn about another time. It's like, well, it's not the right time for her to see what we're doing.
さてうさちゃん、あっちの方も見に行こっか。
Okay, so, why don't we do this right now?
あ、はーい、行こう行こう。
Okay, let's go then. Alice breathes a sigh of relief when she successfully distracts Usagi from the topic at hand. Haha, yeah, well, she almost caught us, or she caught us.
もう何人事みたいに笑ってるんですかね、この人は。もう来てあげませんよ。
Well, maybe when Usagi gets older, Alice can wear it. Wait, no way, I was looking forward to that tonight. Oh, come on.
人に？
Really? Yeah, you're always at your cutest after a cosplay event. Yeah. Well, so I'd love to see it again, but you don't want to do it then?
この人はしょうがないな。
So what are you implying then?
ただちょっと思っただけ。
Nothing? About what?
魔法をかけられた方が弱いな。
Well, the spell hasn't worn off yet, so...
全然。だって今も毎日のように新しい魔法にかかってるもの。
Alice smiles, and now it's my turn to be bewitched by her magic all over again. Alice and Reiji live happily ever after with their daughter, Usagi.
桃色クローゼット
The end. So I'm back on the title screen, and this marks the end of my playthrough for Momoiro Closet, and I will not show you the other route or show you the things that I've cut or skipped or missed. So, my review of Momoiro Closet. My favorite part is the ending, because despite Alice's effort at trying to hide her otaku hobby from everyone, it turns out that the person she fears the most of finding out about this, the father, he's an otaku fan in secret as well. And just like Alice, the father, he's trying to be this perfect monopolitician, but on the inside, he's a Frill & Lace fan, just like Alice. And he also likes to do cosplay, like Alice. And this kind of shows how Alice may have gotten this trait from the father. So we also see that the mom Nayuta is kind of like Kei from Pure Girl. So he's all sneaky, that facial expression, and that's true for Kei as well. And like Kei, Nayuta can sense some gem or some hidden talent from other people, especially for Alice. And for Anna, she's like Lemon from Pure Girl, always hyper, always happy, always talking crazy. And like Lemon, Anna works at the MZU store. So it's kind of like some elements of Pure Girl being recycled here in Momoiro Closet. But thankfully, the content of H isn't as bad as Pure Girl, and I was able to do a Let's Play of this on my channel, even though I was thinking about cutting this out way in the beginning. So, if there's one place where forwarding can improve on this visual novel, it's that the scenes where Alice is trying to go one step above her comfort zone, that could have been done shorter. And I do know that it's an adult novel, so they're trying to put all these jokes here and there, but it gets too excessive, and it gets to the point where it's better if I don't play through the whole scene at all. If I remember about that first photo shoot with Alice in cosplay. So, in terms of front-wing visual novels for the future, I will continue to play them, and I want to try to get through all the B titles first. So that's Located Love, Volume 2 and 3, which are still under development at the time of this recording, and also Chrono Blossom, Volume 2 and 3. And I'm not sure if I'm going to try the A titles from Frontwing, so that's the Grisai series, the Grisai Fan Trigger series, and Island. So on a last note, I apologize that this episode went over an hour. It was because the ending was not too far down the road from where I was going to end episode 18. But at least I was able to get everything in this episode, so look forward to my future playthroughs to be announced.